Hello and welcome to Ask Dr. Bessie. I am your host, Reverend Dr. Bessie Fletcher. Now today I have an exciting guest with me. We have Charlene Alvarez and her daughter Sarah. And with Sarah and Charlene, I'm excited because you have invited me over. You called and said that you had a question.
Through my life, I have endured many of loss. I lost 9 children before I had Sarah. Through that loss, there's been journeys, very dark journeys.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Very, very bargaining, anywhere from bargaining to fear to madness.
Yeah.
It was. I always explained it through the journey. It's like hanging from a ledge, insanity. The trials that you bear. But through my heart, and being a little tiny child, that's all I ever wanted, was to be a mother.
To be a mother.
To be a mother. Because in His Word, God's Word, He promised that when you have children, they're blessings.
Right.
So my mother had 9 kids.
Oh, wow. Your mother had 9 children.
And we're all a year apart. And she was 29 when she had her 9th baby. So the greatest memories of my life as her baby, at 29 years old and 8 other brothers and sisters, was the relationship with the mother.
Now what I want to do now is I want to bring into your question. What was your question?
Well, my question is losing the 9. I had a son before Sarah was born. He was born premature. He lived for 4 hours and he died in my arms.
Oh.
And then after he lived, I lost another before Sarah came. So Sarah literally was raised on my chest. The fear after losing so many, you're afraid. If I lay her down, will she be awake? If I let her step outside without knee pads and a helmet, will she be okay? The sustainability with my faith in God, and I sum it up this way, is that faith is fear walking.
Yes.
Faith is fear walking. And now she is 21. She's probably never had a bruise in her life. I would leave work because I had a funny feeling, and it would just be to give her a kiss. So the fear has always been there, and it's really weird because it's transcended into Sarah and Aaron, who is my 8-year-old son. They fear for me, and I have to remind them, I'm the mom. I can go to the store. I'm okay. But the fear of letting her go and be the woman that she needs to be. She's a great girl, was raised in the church.
Absolutely beautiful.
She is a very honorable young daughter, and I'm very proud of her. But at times she'll go out on a date and it's maybe an hour, and I think that's my spirit. My spirit's telling me something's wrong. And it's nothing. It's a fear. So how do you let go of what was sorrowful years ago and say, it's okay. Rest in His peace. That's not going to happen. The hardest thing for me to learn as an adult woman is that no matter what I do in life, their lives were meant to be.
Right.
It wasn't a punishment.
Right.
That if Sarah walks out and she fell on the sidewalk and cracked her head open, it wasn't anything that I did. Her life is her life. And how I separate that devastation of all those years to a joyful mother of rest in His peace, because it's okay. Their lives were always meant to be. So that's my question.
We'll be right back. You don't want to miss this show. But what I want you to do, I want you to get a little deeper into what did you experience, because before we get to Sarah, there was some trauma. There was things that you went through. 9 babies. I mean, when I heard the story, I was like, 9 babies? And you didn't give up.
Nope.
You decided, I am going to stand. I'm going to believe God.
On that word.
And I'm going to have a child. I don't care. I can't even imagine, I just can't even imagine it. But to think, 9 babies, most women would have given up. Sarah would not be sitting here. They would have said, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to believe God. So something in you something in you. I don't know if it was the 9 babies that your mother had, but something in you decided, I am not giving up. I'm going to believe God. What was that? We'll be right back. You don't want to miss this show.
God is the same from the beginning to the end.
Yes, He is.
He doesn't go back on His promises.
That's right.
So therefore, I could claim that.
Yes.
And even though if I lost one, that meant it was going to even be better the next time. And the next time it happened, the next time, I remember times going in front of that evangelical preacher, getting on my knees and claiming it. Oh, no, Lord, I know you're going to make me pregnant. And He did. He allowed it. But for some reason, it was taken away. So, could I have given up every time it happened? My husband said to me, now you're not going to go steal a baby, are you? You're not going to go crazy, are you? And I'd cry and I would say, well, you know, if you see one that needs a baby, bring him home. But I knew that it was in my heart. Can you pinpoint something that tugs at your heart? Never give up? No, you can't.
Yeah.
And it was in my heart to always be a mother. That fear, that fear, will she still be awake, you know? And I still, to this day, go into her room and check her breathing. I'm with her.
That's a normal thing. I want you to know, that's normal.
At 21?
Yeah, it is. It is. Because, see, what happened is that in your mind, you have not released her as a child. That's why I'm saying it's normal. It's normal for your state where you are. You have not released her as a child. You still look at her as a little girl.
My baby.
Your baby. Because I can only imagine. And see, that in itself, Sarah is here for you. She wants to go. I can only imagine. She wants to go out there but she knows that for you, she has to do certain things. And she's willing to do that. So we're going to talk about how you're going to release her. But before we do that, Sarah, tell us a little bit about yourself and when you were growing up. Tell her what you want to tell her because it's in your heart. Just tell her.
I don't want to go. I'm just kidding. No, I do at the same time. No, I do. I love you so much. But at the same time, I feel like you are right that I sometimes it's going to make me cry.
It's okay.
But
listen, I want you to laugh through this. I want you to listen to her. She's pouring her heart out to her. You want to know how to let her go? Listen to what she's saying from her heart. She wants to go. She wants to live her life. She wants to become a young lady. And you got to get serious about this. God didn't send you here to joke. You got to get serious.
I think that's why He's moved us here.
The question, yeah, because I'm here. The question came up. Why? In your heart. How can I do it? That's serious. Now you can joke and play around with it all you want. But she's 21. We'll be right back. You don't want to miss this show. Well, what I can do is that I can work with you during the process. Call me. Can we agree to that? You call me and we'll work through it. And I'm going to work with Sarah. I already told her today. God gave me a message to give to her. We talked about it. I'm going to work with her because believe you, it's hard for her. It's harder for her than it is for you. Because as mothers, we are here and our children are coming behind us. They don't have the wisdom. She doesn't have the wisdom that you have. So it's easier for you to go back into Sarah's world than have Sarah come up to yours. So we'll work with you, Sarah, to get you ready to move. And maybe we'll tape it when you move in. We'll come back and do a show on Sarah moving into her home.
There we go.
Okay?
I would love that. I'm ready to go.
All right. You ready to go?
Ready.
All right. We will get this done. We'll set a date and we're going to move. You ready, Mama?
I am ready.
Okay. That's our question and that's our show for today. You have been watching Ask Dr. Bessie.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have been watching Ask Dr. Bessie. Thank you for joining us today. And remember, your words create your thoughts, and your thoughts create your visions, and your visions will manifest into your reality. So if you don't like where you are, Simply change what you say. Have a blessed day.